Claudia, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel if you're new here. So for today's video, I'm doing yet another Disney transformation video, and can you guess who I am today? I am Rapunzel from Tangled. This video will contain the makeup tutorial, how to put on the wig and where it's from, and its restyling. It will also show a full outfit look, her poses for photos, and some of her stories and the accent I put on for her. This video is part of a series where I transform into all your favourite Disney characters, and I've done 2 videos before this one. Belle from Beauty and the Beast and Anna from Frozen. Their links will be separately in the description box below, or the playlist will be the first link in the description box. Follow my princess Instagram, dressin_princessin, as well as my TikTok where I do all my TikToks as princesses. It's pretty hilarious. And without talking any much more, let's just get into it. I'm going to start with Collection Lasting Perfection concealer, put that all over my eyelid and then blend it out, and this is going to act as my primer. Once you've blended in your concealer, you want to set it, so I'm either going to use my setting powder, or I'm going to use Naked 3 and use the colour Strange. Today I'm going to be using Strange because it's just a more pinky tone. Now we're going to do the eye makeup, and as you can see I've done the other eye already. So I'm using the James Charles palette, and I'm first going into Single, and this is the only colour I'm going to be using from this palette. I'm going to go all in the outer corner and crease. Once I've done that, I'm taking a lighter purple. This is from an old eyeshadow palette I have had for literally the longest time. I'm just going onto the lid and now going back in the corner just to darken that up again. Now I'm going to go in with the eyeliner. I'm using number 7 Stay Perfect Felt Tip Liner. I always draw the line first and then extend out. Lashes. And then I'm going to take my number 7 Dramatic Lift mascara, and now we're going to do some highlight for the inner corner and my brow bone. So I'm going to do I Like Your Face by Colourpop palette, and I'm going to be using the pink highlight shade called Upgrade. This really ties in nicely with the eyeshadow. And then in the inner corner, tied my hair up, so now we're going to be doing primer. I'm using e.l.f. and this is a green primer to cancel out any redness. Whilst we're waiting for that to set before we put on foundation, we're going to be putting on our wig cap. So I just put it right over my face, get everything in. So my foundation is NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop, and I use the Beauty Blender to put dots all over my face. Now we can blend. Do concealer, and this really lightens up my under eyes because my circles are quite dark and the foundation doesn't really cover them. So I do a massive triangle underneath. We go do the other eye. Now we're going to set this with powder, and this is L'Oreal True Match. Go in with a small brush just to get all the minor details like my nose, chin, and then under eyes. And then I go in with a bigger fluffy brush from Lily England, and I go over my whole face. I really mattify everything down. Next we are going to go into bronzer. I'm going to go into Benefit's Hoola Bronzer and just carve out my cheekbones. And then I do my temples, my jawline, and my forehead. I want some dimension to her face. Going into Dandelion mixed with Rockateur from Benefit, and I'm really going to be packing this on, really giving her that pinky blush look. Lastly, for the face, we go back into the I Like Your Face and then Upgrade. This brings in the pink look again and makes it really girly. We'll be putting the highlight on the Cupid's bow and on the tip of the nose to really make this upturned tip look. My camera did just cut out, but I did my lips with L'Oreal matte lipstick, and it is in the colour Mocha Chick 633, and it's a nice colour because it kind of leaves a pink residue if it wears off, which is really nice. It gives her that lovely look. I'm just doing my eyebrows now. Now I I've done my face, I'm going to go in with my finishing spray, and this is Flawless Mist and Fix Matte Finish by Barry M. I've put quite a lot of it on. And now we're going to go on to lashes. The lashes I'm using at the moment are Primark ones, but they are Mary Poppins Returns because like Primark lashes are actually amazing. Like they're so good. I usually use Eyelaw for my regular makeup, but for princess makeup they're perfect. Wig. This is the massive Rapunzel wig I have, and it is actually huge. It touches the floor when I walk. It is very, very, very heavy, but it is indeed beautiful. So this is by Francesca Lolita on Facebook, and then it has been restyled by a stylist because it gets very, very messy very, very quickly. Wear the wig like this so it's no strain. I'm going to go get changed now into my Rapunzel dress, and you can see the full outfit. Okay, so here is the full outfit. This is the dress, and what I really, really like, I don't think you can see my feet, but it doesn't touch the floor, so I can easily jump about in this and not trip, which I really, really like. Quite velvety here, where it's shiny here, and then if I just do a turn, how wonderful is that? So the wig plait goes nicely, falls like that, but this is the wig fully down. It's really, really long. The actual ends, they touch the floor, but this is a wig turn. And then I have Pascal always on my shoulder. The only downside with having Pascal is he does pull down on my shoulder a lot, so I do have to re-put it up. I don't like to keep the wig like this too much because it does pull on the wig. It's heavy and sometimes it can give me a headache, and I don't like that. I have these flats here. They're just a nice pink nudie colour, and they tie in well with the dress, and you can't really go wrong with it. Here's the end of the dress. It just has lace on it. Okay, so now I'm going to be doing my accent and all my stories I tell as Rapunzel. Just like with my other characters, I am permitted to do an American accent. So the first thing I'm going to be saying is what happened around Pancake Day. Rapunzel carries around a saucepan like she does in the movie, and my boss likes to edge our stories a little way for the kids. So she said to Rapunzel just after Pancake Day, "Rapunzel, have you been baking some pancakes in your saucepan?" So I replied, "How dare you? This saucepan is a weapon. It is not to be used for baking. I use this for very, very important protection. You don't know what kind of demons and monsters are out there, and Mother says I must be always prepared. But I do have another saucepan, and that is for baking, and I did make pancakes and they were wonderful." So if I'm introducing myself to a child, say they open the door or I walk in, I always hold up the saucepan like that, and then I'll notice them and I'll pretend to put it down, and I'll be like, "Whoo," and I'll be like, "Oh, well, it's so lovely to meet you. My name's Rapunzel. What's your name?" Well, that is a lovely name. I do apologize if I scared you with my saucepan. I have to be cautious all the time. Oh, and this is Pascal. Would you like to stroke him? Don't worry, he won't bite. He's nice. Be nice, okay? There we go. How lovely. Then I always explain Pascal because obviously he's a teddy and he is pinned to my shoulder, and kids do ask, they're like, "He's not real," or "Is he real?" So I always have this story for them, and I was quite proud of myself when I came up with this on the spot one party, so I've used it in every party now. "Oh no, Pascal, he is real, but I told him to be on his best behaviour because he can be quite naughty. He can change to different colours and, you know, transform, and I don't want him to get lost, so he decided to freeze on me. Go on, move." See, he won't move. But what you guys don't see is that every time you turn your back, he makes a silly face at you, like he sticks his tongue out or something. You just don't see it. Look, turn around. Pascal, look! Oh, you missed it. Would you like to stroke him? He does love good attention. He's craving attention all the time. There we go, wonderful. I'm sure he'll make a happy face the moment you're not looking. One question that all kids decide to ask Rapunzel is, "Where do you live?" I don't know why. They've obviously seen the movie, but they always ask, "Where do you live?" So this is always my answer. Well, I used to live in a tower, a really tall tower. And I used to be with Mother, and now I live with my real mom and dad that I've never met before, but they're the ones that always set off the lanterns every year for my birthday that I saw. And now I live in the village and I live in their castle, and every day I go down to the village after I brush my hair and all the village girls plait my hair and put flowers in it for me. Isn't it wonderful? I went to them today and asked them to put extra flowers in and to plait my hair just for you guys because I told them I'm going to a special event, and they definitely curled my hair and made it wonderful for me. So I always say that because at the end of the movie I'm not living in the tower anymore, so I don't want them to get confused. And then when I'm leaving a party, I always say this: I've had such a lovely time and I'm so grateful that you had me here. Flynn is waiting outside and he's waiting to take me home. He's cooking me a lunch, but sometimes he steals my saucepan, the wrong one, you know, my weapon. I get quite mad at him, but he's such a sweetheart, I can't always stay mad. Anyway, I must go because he doesn't like waiting. But thank you so much for having me, and I hope you had a wonderful birthday. Can I have a hug goodbye? So now I'm going to be doing photo poses. So this is the first pose. I grab the wig by the end, which is the ribbon, and I like to hide my hand a little bit. I turn the wig so you can see all the flowers, and I put my hand under my hip and I put a foot out. And in all photos of Rapunzel, she never smiles with teeth, so I always smile with my lips shut. Another photo is she does put her hands on her hips a lot, but she doesn't do that because that's too empowering. That's what her mother would do. She does this, so quite a strong stance. Are with the saucepan, and I like to have a big hefty saucepan, quite a angry pose with it. And you've got the cool pose, so I put one hand on the hip, foot out, and this out like this. Did enjoy this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up to show your appreciation, and subscribe and become part of our family, and turn on post notifications so you never miss another Disney upload. Comment in the description box below what you thought of this character. I have many more characters that seem to come, so get excited.